Good afternoon to all you fine gentlemen of the ALF. It's the Commish Olive Juice coming at you with your Week 4 update, your Week 4 recap, whatever you want to call it. Still a little tired. Just kind of woke up, getting my day started. Come to pick the kiddos up to take them back home for the weekend after working last night. So let me go ahead and hit you guys with our game recaps. You had myself beating Hosscat, the Jotunheim Frost Giants defeating Drog Armor by about 30 points. Brad Wilhite beats Josh Jansen. The Guardians of Valhalla over Crash Davis by about 8 points, which is actually pretty close. Debo had himself a pretty good game, and I was really kind of hoping he'd get that one done for our reigning champ here, but yet again he fails to find the victory column, and he has started 0-4 now, and he's really putting in that big effort for first to worst status. Then we had Eric Bray versus Matt Murphy, battle of the management team. The Valhalla Ballas versus the Svartalfheim Dark Elves. That's a 14-point victory for Mr. Bray there. Really hope he doesn't have to pull some extra shifts now that he is might be in the doghouse with the boss man. So I am going to name Austin Eckler the offensive MVP for this week, given his 3-touchdown performance. A lot of people really waiting on that one, especially in a bunch of redraft leagues where Austin Eckler went, in the top 5 picks in the first round, and he's just underperforming so far. And so it was nice to see him kind of get back to form, getting a few touchdowns, and getting some people some victories. And then we've got Melvin, Minister Mel, I always forget his name. The Thunder Gods. That's what it is. Taking on Brian Smith, my brother. Team Lethal Kindness. Melvin winning that matchup by about 28 points. I'm going to name Devin White defensive MVP because he was the highest scoring defensive player this week that started in a lineup. I mean, it was fairly average for all the defensive starters this week. I think he was the only one that scored over 20 points. So, it's nice. It's good to see. Good to see. And then in the final matchup, we have Josh Russell taking on Pops. Team J Russ 110177, I think. I'm assuming that's a birthday. Taking on my dad, the Musflim or Muspelheim Fire Giants, winning that matchup by 19 points. I did reach out to Pops for a comment, and he really kind of brushed me off and directed me to his PR team. So, they feel strong. They still feel strong. Their chances over there in Muspelheim for a comeback. They were hoping to get Keenan Allen back this week, but it did appear he was ruled out for this week's matchup. But I have been reassured that everybody in that building is confident they will come back and put, together multiple consecutive wins and finish the season 10-4, going into playoffs and coming out with a championship. So I believe in you. Yeah. But moving on, we're going to talk about a couple of season player of the year candidates, season MVP candidates. On the offensive side, it's really all quarterbacks. maybe I'll do some in-depth thing and, what players mean most to what teams and this and that. But we got Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes are the highest scoring offensive players. Lamar with 133 points, Josh Allen with 120, and Patrick Mahomes with 110. And then on the defensive side, we have Devin White, Max Crosby, and Roquan Smith are three of the highest scoring defensive players that are actually playing on a week-to-week basis. Devin White with 100 points, Max Crosby with 98 points, and Roquan Smith with 92 points. So we'll see how that plays out through the rest of the season. We do have, some lower scoring on a couple of the other skill position players and whatnot. So we'll see how that kind of plays out moving forward. Moving on to some injury news, we had Javonte Williams tear his ACL, and he is out for the season, going on IR. So I have, already seen it looks like Lethal Kindness in that building is getting him ready for a surgery and long road to recovery. Cordero. There's a lot of argument on how to say his name, but Cordero Patterson did have a procedure done on his knee, so he is on a short-term IR, and I'm sure he'll be back this season, which also hurts those guys over in Muspelheim. So good luck with that. 10 wins for the rest of the season. Yeah, it's possible. I believe in you. All right, and on the back soon side of things for the injury report, we do have Gus Edwards, Brian Robinson, and Chase Young. Gus Edwards looks like he's starting to practice. Brian Robinson was actually activated today, so not real sure who has him right now. I think it's Hoscat. Do be sure that you have him in your regular roster space if he is not on a taxi squad. If you've been stashing him on the IR slot, he has to be on your regular roster by the time his game starts, or you know the rules. I will drop him because that is an illegal player in the injured reserve slot, and we don't do that. We like legal rosters in the Asgardian League of Fantasy. And Chase Young, he is also on the pup, but it looks like his return is shooting for more of a week 9 kind of situation. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, a couple other notes in week 4. We had our rookie 101, I believe, finally makes his first start in the ALF for Team Lethal Kindness. He did leave little bro there a little short in his game. So we'll see how that goes. And just to recap, our reigning champ and our reigning D's Nuts trophy holder, they are both kind of struggling. We've got the reigning champ. He is making his case and his bid for the D's Nuts trophy, going first to worst, and really just going back to back and holding both trophies. So we'll see how that goes. And then Team Lethal Kindness, he is 2-2. So he's having an average season. It seems like he's kind of up and down, and so we'll see how that goes. Maybe he could go from holding D's Nuts to holding Mjolnir if he is deemed worthy. So other than that, we'll see how week 5 goes. We're off to a very, very pitiful start after that terrible Thursday night game. Watching on Prime Video absolutely sucks. I mean, I don't ever try to watch football while I'm working. So other than that, y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. I pointed. You didn't see that, but I pointed when I said other than that, y'all have a good weekend. It was kind of off camera. I got to get better at this. Y'all have a good weekend. Later.